Hi everyone, I'm Rachel Leslie. I'm an administrator here at Asheville Grit, and today I am sitting down for a virtual interview with Marcus Anderson, who I will let introduce himself.
Hey, how are you guys doing? I'm Marcus Anderson.
And you are here today to tell us a little bit about yourself and your endeavors with jazz and coffee and just a whole lot of different stuff. So first, I'd love to hear about how you got into jazz.
Yeah, I think we froze for a second,
Yeah,
but I think you asked me about about my endeavors in jazz and
yes.
coffee and how it all relates to Asheville. Well, I'm a jazz artist. I've been a musician and been touring for over 20 years, but I started young because I'm only 37. But I've been into the world of music, just traveling and tour with so many different artists on the jazz side, on the R&B side, and even on the pop side. I've worked with people such as CeeLo Green, Sheila E., Anthony Hamilton, Bobby Caldwell, and the late Prince. And Prince was actually one of my I don't want to say claim to fame, but it was a very pivotal point in my life and career of where I got to understand more about myself, not just as a musician, but as an entrepreneur. And within discovering that more entrepreneurial side of myself, I decided to venture into coffee. Um, I have a coffee line entitled And Coffee, and we do a jazz festival every August in Marcus Anderson Jazz and Coffee Escape, or if you want to use the acronym MAJACE, MAJACE. It's a lot easier to type in on the website.
Yeah.
But that weekend is just a 2-day event every Friday and Saturday. It's the first weekend of August every year. And we have an incredible lineup of my friends in the music industry that I bring to Asheville. Um, and I mix it in with my coffee. So I love coffee. I'm drinking some coffee right now.
Right, and you are the owner of Trax Coffee Bar in Rocky Mount here in North Carolina, correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Very nice. Where did you grow up? Let's jump back a little bit. You said that you got started with jazz pretty young. So kind of where did you grow up? What got you into music as a young individual, and how did you end up having so many endeavors in North Carolina?
I actually grew up in Spartanburg, which is
Okay.
not too far from
Yeah.
Asheville. Yeah, yeah. I grew up in Spartanburg. I ended up going to college, North Carolina Central University. Um, Stayed there after college, finishing in 2007, and I just made North Carolina my home. And I've loved everything that I've been learning about North Carolina. And when I discovered, the beautiful side of Asheville, I kind of knew about it as a kid, but never got the chance and opportunity to visit it. Like some of my friends, but then as I got older, I discovered that Asheville is such a beautiful and amazing place. Um, I just kind of stayed in the North Carolina area because I love everything that North Carolina has to offer, from the mountains to the beaches, to the food, to the awesome people. It's an amazing state. I love it here.
Yeah, it is very beautiful. I've been here my whole life, so haven't found
Yeah.
anywhere I think is prettier yet. And
Hmm.
you also, I read that you've started sort of venturing into comics and animation. Can you tell us a little bit about
Yeah.
that and how, if it relates to jazz or?
Yeah. Well, yeah, I've been doing music, for a while. So when I was growing up, I always knew that, and I'm gonna circle it all in. I've been doing music for a while, but then when I was growing up, I was heavy into like cartoons and comics, and I was very deep into like superheroes. So what I ended up doing was going with the content, the idea of creating a music and having musicians be the superheroes, because music does save people day, in the
Definitely.
morning or in the evening, escapes them from whatever, they have going on in their head. So basically, the idea of the creators, which is the name of the comic book, was a concept of musician superheroes, like by day or off stage, they're superheroes. And then like on stage, they're musicians, but they have like abilities and superpowers to be able to control sound and vibrations and other stuff, anything that's centered around like sonics and sound. So it was just a cool idea that I thought would be good, coupled with an album that I released. So what I was trying to do was like find a way to just, I guess, cross market and cross promote between the music world and the comic book world, and just, I'm always doing ideas.
Yeah,
I'm always doing stuff and just trying to be creative. Thus the name, the creatives for the comic book.
right. And are folks
Yeah.
able to find those animations yet on your
Mhm.
website or anywhere?
Yeah, you can actually find it on Amazon. There's a digital version of it. You can actually buy a couple of physical copies on Amazon as well, or you can go to my website. Just type in Marcus Anderson, the creatives. It pops up on Amazon. It pops up on YouTube. I have a motion graphic animation that you can find on YouTube. Just type in Marcus Anderson, the creatives, and it pops right up.
That's amazing. I will make sure that folks are able to get those links from our website as well. And you mentioned a couple times you got very into music pretty young. What age were you when you first picked up an instrument, and what instrument was it?
I started singing in a music group like when I was maybe like 4 or 5 years old, and the stuff, so like gospel music and singing in church. After that, I started playing the saxophone at age 12. That